Hello everyone, welcome back, and I'm out of the town of Yarnum right now. We got a lot of things to talk about today, and clean my glasses real quick. Um, Lots of pickups since, I haven't been able to do a video lately. Been some overtime, personal things, car bad we did, things like that. But the show must continue on, they say. The show must continue on. So anyway, a little news today, but as usual, we're going to start off with pickups, and like I said, there's a lot of pickups and things to be done. So, this is over the course of a good chunk of weeks here or that, recent and some far away, so I'm just going to pick one of the random stacks of crap I got here. So let's see, this stuff is stuff I just literally did yesterday. So I found out a big box PC game. Never heard of it. The Creatures Trilogy, which apparently has 3 games, and then 2 bonus add-ons called the Life Kit and Life Kit 2. And it describes itself as some kind of weird sim game where you help these things survive against mean, evil things and stuff. The art style is definitely not my cup of tea. It's pretty old. I believe it's a Windows Me 98 and that. So, and it's all on one disc. So, all it has is a book and its disc. So it seems like a bit of a waste. I don't know if it originally had anything else. It has a pretty thick book. So, let's see. Well, obviously it would be kind of thick, though. It is a instruction book for 3 games, though. And it says it's the world's most popular life simulator series, which I've never heard of it. And I'll admit I'm not a very big Sims person, so maybe somebody, if you're like a big fan of The Sims, maybe you can tell me if you heard about it, because I certainly haven't. Not to say that the game ain't any good or anything, but I've literally never heard of it. I never heard of it, so... that was just $2 as usual at the store I got at. There was a flea market on the army base near where my parents live. And I had only found out about it the day before it happened, which ironically is the day I go down to visit, thrift, and dumpster dive and all that crap. So I was like, what an excellent day. So I went down, and I only got 3 games, but I got 2 of them $2 and 1 for 3. Uncharted 3 complete for $3. And that beats GameStop for sure, because I believe it's $5 for just the discs, unless you're lucky they kept the case. Untold Legends The Dark Kingdom, this was, I believe, a launch title for the PS3. It's complete. And they're all in great condition, by the way, too. And then a Konami game, Target Terror, which I think is just a rehashed arcade game. But it's complete. It was in good condition. It was just $2. So why the hell not? Now Goodwill was a really good time at Goodwill this time. So here's the big thing: 2 sealed Vita games for $4.99. Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, and the Little Big Planet PS Vita. Not really my cup of tea, personally. I'm not a big platformer, and I only have 2 of the Little Big Planets. I only played the first one, so not necessarily my cup of tea. But $5 sealed Vita games. I was like, how can I really say no? 2 PC games. I don't know Jack Volume 2. I don't know if I had this one. It was $1. I believe I organized them up here real quick. If you don't mind me taking a quick look. Thought I had them organized somewhere. I don't see that. I don't want to kill a lot of your time. Now here's something interesting, because I think if you go back to my Salt Lake Comic-Con videos and the one that was talking about medical benefits, I could have sworn, I think really much, I think they talked about this game. you go into a person, you learn about like cancer and shit. It's like a third person game, and it kind of acts very spacey, but you're inside someone's body fighting cancer and shit. And it's supposed to be a very educational game. The case is a little messed up, but the disc in there is fine. It has a pretty thick book, and it says it's for Windows 2000 XP. So I think I will give it a try. But it was $3. I'm pretty sure they talked about this game, so I was kind of like, oh, well, that's a bit interesting actually. Now, handheld wise, we got two Kirby games, Bubble Bobble Part 2 and Pokemon Ruby. Each one is $3. They all are in very nice condition. It probably would be really hard to see the contacts, but the contacts are incredibly clean in all of them. And the Pokemon Ruby version, it does work. I do not know if it's a legit version. I do know you have to be careful with the Pokemon cartridges because a lot of people fucking make fakes of them, so I need to compare them. I got this simply, it was just $3 like I said, and you know, usually you can get at least $10 if not more. So I thought it'd be a good bargaining chip, at least for something possibly in the future, so I was like, well, why not? Now, I had my 10th anniversary recently, down where I worked, and on your 5th, basically every 5 years you get an anniversary celebration where I work. And obviously my 5 year was my first time, and there wasn't a lot of things to pick from. They give you a gift. This time, however, there were like 150 pages of items on the site to pick a gift from. And they even had video games. Not a lot of them, though. Not a lot of them. But they did have video games. So, the only one that I was really interested in that I didn't have, and it was the Guilty Gear Limited Edition. So, that's just the box piece, though. We can actually have the book piece that goes inside. It reminds me a lot of what the last story did. And inside you have a nice hardcover booklet. We can take a peek at that in a second. And a soundtrack disc. And it also has this little belt buckle kind of thing that says free on it. It's just actually a keychain actually. And we can take a quick look at this, but we'll do a more thorough thing of it when I do a video on it. But you got some nice colored artwork in there and cute little images of everyone with information on them. So we'll take a more thorough look on that when we get a video about the game. Which, speaking of which, of course, where was it? Right here. I haven't tried it out yet. I have opened it. So it's nice, colorful, and it actually has a book! Wait a minute, that's a PS4 version. I must be in an alternate dimension. Okay. But yes, it has a very nice book. And if I remember correctly, which I'm pretty sure it was also in color, yeah. It's actually in color too, so. Yay. I look forward to trying it out. I just haven't got around to it quite yet. Moving on. At GameStop, I went to a different GameStop I've never been to before. And they actually had some PSP stuff. Some GameStops still have some PSP stuff, and some have not. And I got Harvey Birdman 20 LR for $1.99. Well, technically I got it for $1.79 since I'm a Pro member using my points. But it was complete. It has everything in it, which I'm just shocked about. So I'm actually happy about it, because I've been wanting to get this. Though, I've debated about what version. As far as I know, there's not any real difference between them. So, I figured, why not? I probably would have rather gotten the console version. But, you know, I can do this too. A mystery pack collection of search and find games. My parents actually like these, and I know Extra Credits has recommended some of these things before, saying that they kind of considered it where point and click games kind of went. So I've been meaning to try out some. I got quite a few really cheap for like buck. So this was only $2 for 20 of them. So it's definitely a simple way of sampling a whole bunch, but not normally my cup of tea. GameStop had a like buy two get one free thing several weeks ago. There was one other one. I'm not sure what it was, but no, this was two of them I got. You've been Ninja Gaiden Z. This isn't a really old game. It's always cheap as shit. Like, really, this year and last year, stuff has been cheap, and it has a digital comic in it and that, so it's as far as I could tell complete, was good condition, that, so I was like, why not? Has everything, might as well get it before they throw it all away. And of course I had to give it a new case because well, it didn't have a case. This case is one I've actually gone through dumpster diving, but the game was by itself. It was like, I think, $1.99. Of course, the infamous Duke Nukem, which everyone always tells me is absolutely awful, which I don't doubt. Don't get me wrong, I don't doubt. But a game I've been meaning to get for a long time was the third entry of the Final Fight series, the Streetwise, bleh. This is looking at. I've never gotten to play Streetwise before. It is complete. The condition of the disc's pretty but since I got through trading the stuff I found in the dumpster, I figured at worst I have the case and everything, and just need to get a game if it doesn't work, or I could try buffing it depending on how I feel on that, but I haven't decided on that. This is in good condition. I got this simply because of the Spoony one. Minority Report. I know he trashed the living crap out of the game, but it actually looked interesting. Body physics and everything looked hilarious, so I saw this on here. Again, this was a trade for ads, postals, empty cases I didn't want, so can't really complain much. It's in good condition. This was also another thing I picked up from him, one of the Naruto fighting games, that it has everything, I believe. Yes, it has everything. It has its book, the cover's in good shape, and it's in an actual GameCube case. And what I'm thinking of doing next load of cases I get, I'm thinking of trying to ask him for like his GameCube sports games, because he's not really losing anything now, and I can probably just sell these sports games and keep the cases and that. The Myst 10th Anniversary DVD Edition. This is a boxed version. If you've been watching my channel, you know I've actually found this before, just not the boxed version. So I got it a second time, so I got 2 copies. So I'm going to probably pick whichever one I think is the better looking one, and throw my extra copy in my loot chest for my contests. Puzzle Quest for the PC. I have the DS version, which sadly graphically looks awful. It's a bit of a shame, because with these kind of games, it's really nice to have really flashy, kind of casino-like graphics to keep you going. But the PSP version has a bug with its NPC. NPC, don't mind that blank disc. That's something else I forgot I put in there. But the PC version has no DRM, so you don't have to worry about limitations in that. And it looks really nice and it looks good. So one of the things I also found thrifting was the Stronghold collection. I do not know if this is DRM free or if it needs a password or anything. It's on a disc. It was in good condition. So if it doesn't, then I'm good. But if it does, then, well, that's a risk you take when you buy a PC game, a more modern PC game used. Battlefield Bad Company, that was one of the games I got at GameStop. The case is again another one I found through dumpster diving. It doesn't, oh no, it does have its booklet. The game should be in my PS3 at the moment. That's why Garden Warfare was in there. I was trying it out. Pixie Tales told me to, you know, I'm not a big first-person shooter person. I'm pretty harsh towards first-person shooters for the most part. So Pixie always told me you should get Bad Company because it mocks them. And from what the little amount I got to play so far, it certainly does. Now, I haven't opened this yet. I definitely want to play this soon. Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. This is a bit of remastering. Has DLC stuff in that the original Dead or Alive 5 did not have within that. So this is definitely exciting to get this. What more to say? Dead or Alive, you know. I mean, you come in expecting a really good fighting game and lots of jiggling. More stuff I got, trading. Man, I tell you, I just get a lot of stuff. Like, I usually get 3 games every time I trade a lot of ad stuff to that mom and pop store. But another one, the Da Vinci Code. I've been wanting to look for this cheap. I know it's probably not really good game, but it's supposed to be a bit of a puzzle game. It has a little notepad that apparently somebody used a lot of, because it has the top part. So somebody used a lot of this notepad. No, wait, actually, this has nothing to do with it. It says the United States Olympics Committee at the bottom, so this ain't anything related to the game at all. What is it? Yeah. But I've been wanting to get this really cheap, and, well, I got it for a little free time and a dumpster, so. Full Spectrum Royal. I believe I got one of the Full Spectrum Royal games on the PlayStation 2. I don't remember which one it was, but I was like, why the hell not? Because he's starting to kind of run out of games I'm interested in, so I'm thinking of, like, buying, or not buying, but I mean trading for games that I think might be worth something to sell. I can't see it at the moment of that. Another game I got was the Terminator Dawn of Fate. I don't know if this is any good, but I was like, why the hell not? I mean, it has everything in that, so I was like, why not? It's free. What can I bitch about? Another thing I got from him was the Pharaoh Build a Kingdom, Build a Kingdom, rule the now, live forever. Basically looks like Civilization and that in Egypt to that. It's complete, as far as I can tell. It has a box piece, it has the disc, a pretty thick booklet, and it has a little fold out thing with buildings and stuff and units come from, so really it seems like Civilization or StarCraft type real-time strategy kind of thing. So that was again something I just got for my free time for hanging out in a dumpster. I mean, when I go dumpster diving, I spend maybe at most 15 minutes if there's a lot of stuff. But usually it's a lot shorter, the most part. This is pretty tore up. Wags to Witches, the Financial Market Simulator by Interplay. Never heard of it. It's in very awful condition. It has a black box with the Intel logo on it. And it's only on the hard plastic floppies. And it just has its booklet and a Modern Times Quick Start Guide. Nothing too interesting to look at. But what was a little interesting was this little note taped inside, which do not throw away. You must keep this. Return this product. You cannot return this product unless you return it with this sheet of paper. I mean, discs, 7 manuals, and that. So it looks like it's some kind of guarantee at some place. It doesn't list where it came from, but sometimes a little random thing like that just makes it a little interesting. But yeah, the outside sleeve for this thing is tore up like hell, and it has tape all over it. That's usually something the Goodwill does. This was not, I did not get this at a Goodwill though, but I am curious if it might have somehow came into contact with the Goodwill, mainly because it has the blue sticker like at Goodwill. But either way, I was just kind of like, well, I don't want that to water away and die. I don't have cases for them yet. I do have a steel case for Battlefield 2, Bad Company 2, I believe, so I'll be cleaning that up for this. And then I got Time Shift, which I don't remember if I kept a case for this. I've seen the case before, so I gotta remember if I kept one or not. I hope I did. Some Super Nintendo again. Stuff I again... There's a lot of stuff I traded for stuff at dumps. It's amazing. Mario Paint, I never had a copy of Mario Paint, so I was like, what? Why the fuck not? Because like I said, he doesn't want to trade stuff he knows he can get cash for, so I have to be a little in. Now, this, he showed me this, Ultima, The Wounds of Virtue 2, and I've been wanting to find this for a good price. The inside is really nice and clean, and the label is not damaged at all. So I've been trying to look for this, and usually it runs for about 20 bucks of that. So, again, I got full stuff I found in the dumpster. Seriously, I tell you, if you do dumpster diving, one of the best things you can do is find people who want the stuff you find. Because then, you're more encouraged to do it. If you can't find anyone who wants spare cases or ads or posters and stuff, then, yeah, I can see why it wouldn't be as interesting. This I solely bought. The discs are in back edition, but it had everything, including just the random little ad things that are inside, and even has a separate control thing. Hey, look, it's Abe. Oddworld, Abe's Exodius. Well, the sequel, In Aid We Trust. But it had everything. It has its discs. It has its big oversized book and that. So I was just like, I can't let this die somewhere in some horrible place. So I got it for $2. Let's see. Another game I got through trading stuff in the trash. King's Quest, The Mask of Eternia. It seems to have pretty much everything besides its box, being a PC game. Actually, I'm not sure why that's sitting there. That shouldn't be there. I think I accidentally, because I was trying to think of a video to do one day to rant about, so I think that actually accidentally ended up. Here's some kid games here that I found thrifting. This just seemed like a weird little point-and-click thing, the Haunted Island. So I just picked that up for amusement maybe one day. And then Clue Finder Sword Great Adventures, which comes in a very odd case, which the back shows it looking like a point-and-click game. And I'm a bit of a sucker for point-and-click games if I can get them to work. So I think I've always had a copy of Fred Fish for the Hogfish Wrestlers Gulch game here. I'm not sure. I've been trying to get these because I have the DRM-free versions of almost all the games in Humongous' library. So even if the discs have been bad, which yeah, that one's pretty meh. I have its case in that, so I can just get my DRM free, and I always have a case for it. Is mainly what I've been doing with those. There was a game I got differently in a GameStop. It was that one series with the bikini women fighting zombies with samurai swords and shit. I can't remember what it was called. But I found one of the 360 ones, and it was like cheap, and it did not work. And I buffed it because it didn't look that badly damaged, and it still wouldn't work. It got to the loading screen to load the menu, but it froze doing it. So I had to give that back, and they gave me a list of everything that was the same price and below. And the only thing that seemed interesting and would most likely not involve more stupidity was Steel Diver for the 3DS, which was a launch title. And I got for $224. So it has everything, but it's in pretty shabby condition, to be honest. But obviously the cartridge, there's no problems with it. It's just, normal 3DS cartridge. I will probably trade it out. It's a bit of a shame, though, that the art in it has like a puncture there on there. It's pretty bad condition. It's pretty bad condition. But at least it has it. Obviously, one of the newer games, Etna Mystery Dungeon, being the Etna Odyssey's Force Wheel spin-off into different gameplay. It's still sealed. I haven't opened it yet. Now, here are some... See, what? I don't know why that's there either. I think that was for something else. But here are... These were not complete when I got them. It was Kirby Canvas Course, which was a pretty early DS title. I don't remember if it's launch. And I think Kirby Squeak Squad was the last game that the Clover Studios was involved with, I believe. These were both just separate games. I found the cases in a dumpster, though, that morning. The same day I bought them. They have all the booklets and everything, so... I paid a little in the games and one of my DS's. That always seems to be the case. I was trying Canvas Course Force to make a Force Suppressions for it. Then I'll probably do Squeak Squad later. But these are very nice, well conditioned, no damage to them at all. I was very happy to find them. Moving on to more. Pinball for Windows by Sierra. Normally I wouldn't give a shit about this, but apparently this has pinball tables based off other Sierra franchises, like everyone's purported 70s white oh man, but it I believe was in pretty bad condition. But I think one of the Larry games comes with this bundled on GOG. So that's why I got it. So again, I have a case to put a bowling disc in for my DRM free version. Now, my imports. Yes. My Japanese imports for my Vita. Yes! I know everyone's probably dying to know what I think about this game. I'm holding here an English physical copy. But wait. Before you pull out your bullshit bats and be like, there is no English physical copy, you liar. I said it's English, but I didn't say what country it came from. There was a limited English, see, it even says on the label, limited English release for the Asian market. It is unknown if they're going to reprint it, which is really sad. It does have a code in it, but considering I need an Asian PSN to claim it, most likely, that will probably remain unused. But I will keep that just in case I find something to do with it. But down here is the Japanese voices, English subtitles. In-game manual has English, and it has operation sheet in English, but it did offer some other languages, 2 other languages, which I'm assuming is different whatever languages are popular in Asia besides, Japanese stuff. But so far, I've only got to try it for a little bit so far, but so far it seems pretty faithful to the original game, and I could say that maybe in a bit of a criticism way, but I haven't played enough of it to see, because it kind of feels like it's still in the tutorial phase. Ooh, excuse me. So it could be holding some stuff back still, but so far it is pretty similar to a way where it may not involve too much yet. And then this I was really excited about. This I think it's time to do a long-awaited video I've been meaning to do for a long time with this. This, my dear friends, we got this game on the 3DS digitally only. Well, guess what? I just got this game for the Vita, and it also includes the original Super Nintendo game on it. So I am very excited to get this. Very excited. And this even has more stages and stuff in it, so this is a very exciting release here. I can't wait to play it. I've heard very good things about the 3DS game of it, so hopefully this will be a lot better than that PSP game. I mean, I did not know that PSP game was going to be that bad. Like, it's really bad. Another game I got from trading dumpster dive stuff. The Hunt for the Red October. I had no fucking idea what this is. It was in good condition, cleaned, and I noticed it was from a very familiar company I've heard of, but I've never ever heard of this game. And I believe I looked up, I think it's some submarine game, I think it was. I don't remember. I looked up and I was like, oh, well, probably not something I'm interested in. So I might get rid of it myself. Like I said, probably at the point I'm just going to pick games that I think I can get some money from when I drop off dumpster dive stuff that I've been keeping also. Now here was something I was really happy to trade for on one day. Again, stuff from the dumpster trade. Vagrant Stories Guidebook. You know, good, colorful maps and information and art. This is why I like guidebooks, is finding all the lovely art. And as they kept getting more and more modern, kept having less and less art. Such a shame. And it has a really nice texture on it. Like, I don't know. It's not smooth. There's a texture to it. And what's a bit of a shame is it does have a bit of a crack on the back. But besides that, it's in really excellent condition. I was actually happy to get this essentially for 10 minutes of my time in a dumpster. I'm sure you're sick of hearing that by now. And that should be all my pickups I haven't got to talk about for quite a while. Content-wise, I know I haven't been doing a whole lot on my main channel here. I've been doing some overtime, personal things have happened, and just haven't really got a lot of times to do much. I actually have a dumpster dive video right now that's all being put together right now as I'm recording this, and I'm going to have some full suppressions hopefully coming up, and you know, on top of playing Bloodborne, because you know, it consumes my soul. Well, I guess in this case my blood, but but obviously that's been devoting a lot of my time to it too, and trying to make sure I stay ahead of the game with way into Historia. The overtime is mainly why a few of the days I doubled on Bloodborne here and there, because my overtime fucked with stuff I needed to do, and then, you know, that's a shitty thing about having a full-time job. Why doing this stuff? You know, stuff happens, you kind of have to... I mean, you know, if this stuff was rolling in more money and that, you know, then, but, you know, this is a hobby thing, very side fun thing, just kind of like a viewer thing, and I make very moderate money from this, just very below, so, you know, bimbo. But anyway, why on that subject, though, I am looking into upgrading my recording software from the blue-green red wire interface of the Voxio, and I think it was called the AdaVidia capture card or that, which allows you to use HDMI. I'm hoping to look into that because, you know, with newer recording capture cards, because, you know, with YouTube doing 60 frames, obviously all the capture card people are more focused on trying to get 60 frame recording stuff and that. So the 30 frame at a video media card thing, I think last time I looked at it wasn't too badly priced, if I remember quickly. I have to double check. But I'll probably go with that, and I'm sorry for those, you know, who want 60 frames, but, you know, you kind of know how I always feel about that. I don't think it's a huge necessity. Like, I can understand if you're playing, but, you know, for hear me blab about something, I don't see it being a big deal if you coming for my opinion on something, so, but, you know, that's just me, I do know there was a 61 I was considering when it was first announced, but there was a lot of issues within that. So I think it's going to take some time before, you know, that gets all panned out. So I think, in my opinion, I'm just going to go the way of Gunpei Yukoi's thought process of withered technology. What? I'm not super witch, you know. Stop looking at all that stuff. But anyway, upcoming Let's Plays, obviously, until I get Bloodborne and way into Historia done. I think I will probably get Bloodborne done before way into Historia, most likely. But until one of them done, obviously, I'm not going to really announce anything new because right now I've been getting some extra levels in that on Record of the August War Zero, so we can hopefully. I mean, it's been a bazillion years on that. Articles say you can never finish the fucking game. Dumb. Get that finished, and obviously I also need to spend some extra time with Classic Heroes too. You know, like I said, when I first started that would be an on and off thing because it's a dungeon crawler that devotes a lot more time and grinding like hell. I mean, I wouldn't think anyone would want to really watch me just grind like freaking hell over and over again. That, but some people say, you know, some people will watch anything sometimes. Sometimes. Anything else I need to bring up? I don't think there's much. Oh yeah, the contest actually. I did want to bring that up. The Ultimate Despair contest thing. I did want to end that a lot more sooner, and it is a bit late on ending it. But if I'm late on it, you know, until I say it's closed, which is where I'm getting the drawing names and stuff all set up of that, it's still open. So, you know, you're quite welcome to still go to that video and enter that contest if you're a new viewer or you're unaware of that contest. So, it's been leaving the time frame to be entered still open, but I'm meaning to wrap that up to, you know, just insert same stuff I said all the way. I do apologize for not getting stuff out of that. But that's how it is sometimes, you know. Things happen. Anywho, hopefully more content will be coming your way. Thank you for watching. May the good blood be with you and praise the sun. Gundam Tanaka. Oh, you know, speaking of which, I heard of a third game on the Vita coming out related to that. Anyone excited? I know I am.